I was thinking of my Italian grandma this morning and all of the delicious food she used to prepare when I was a child. And one of my favorite things that she used to make was almond biscottis. And I've never made them before, but she was heavily on my mind, and I thought, let me just try to make these. I was always afraid to make biscottis because I just thought it was really difficult because they're a twice baked cookie, and it just kind of scared me. But I made them, and it really actually wasn't that hard. So, in honor of my grandmother, I made some delicious almond biscotti, and I'm gonna dip it in coffee just like she did. They are so delicious. Makes me think of her, makes me think of childhood. I love it. Ti amo, nonna. Viva Italia. Ciao. The very first thing you want to do when making your almond biscotti is, in a large bowl, add flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. Of course, we can't forget the sliced almonds, so add the almonds into the flour mixture and use a handheld whisk to mix everything together until it's all well combined. In a separate bowl, add in some eggs, melted butter, and vanilla extract, and whisk the ingredients together really well. Make a well in the middle of your dry ingredients, and now add your wet ingredients into the middle of the well. Make sure you get every little speck in there. I'm going to use a rubber spatula. There we go. And I'm going to mix the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients to make a wonderful dough. On a floured surface, roll out your dough. I'm rolling it out into a ball, and I'm going to knead it really well. I've rolled out the dough to resemble almost like a super long cigar. I'm using a serrated knife to cut the dough in half. I'm going to put each roll on a parchment-lined baking sheet, and I'm going to flatten down with my fingers just a little bit. And I'm going to bake in a preheated oven of 350 degrees for 25 minutes. And I'm going to rotate the baking sheet about halfway through. I've removed the biscotti from the oven. They're nice and firm and golden, and I'm going to let them cool for 15 minutes. I'm using a serrated knife to cut the cookies at an angle about a ½ inch thick. I've placed the biscotti on a parchment-lined baking sheet, and I'm going to bake in a 300-degree oven for 15 minutes. I love the smell of these cookies. They smell so amazing. I've removed the cookies from the oven, and I'm going to just flip them over to the other side and bake for another 15 minutes. The biscotti is fresh from the oven, and they look beautiful, just like my nonna's. I'm going to let them cool on a cooling rack for just a few minutes and then enjoy. You can find the recipe at thehistoricalhomemaker.com.